Today we're going to do a quick review of what like terms are. This is something you should have learned last year. Like terms are simply parts of an equation or expression that have identical variables. So for instance, here I have a 3x and a 2x. Those are like terms because they both have the variable x. 4ab and negative 6ab, since they have the identical variable ab, they're like terms. Even a squared or 1a squared and 9a squared are identical variables because they have a squared and a squared. 5y and negative 7y, same thing. They're considered like terms because they both have identical variable y. The important thing about like terms is they can be combined through addition or subtraction. Now remember, everything can be combined by multiplication. Just go back and look at our exponent unit earlier this year. But now we're going to talk about adding or subtracting like terms, so we're going to start there. Look at this example. 3x plus 4x, instead of multiplying coefficients and having an exponent, in addition we have to have identical variables, in this case x, and then I'm simply adding coefficients. So I have 3 x's, I'm adding 4 more x's, and I get a total of 7 x's. So let's put in some practice here. If I have 5 y's and I'm taking away 3 of those y's, how many y's do I have left? 2 y's. If I have 8 m's and I'm adding 4 more m's, how many m's will I have? That's right, 12 m's. If I have negative 6 AB's and I'm adding 9 AB's, remember they have opposite signs, so I'm going to find their difference. And my bigger number is positive. I'm going to end up with 3 AB's. And finally, I have negative 2 x squareds. I'm going to take away another 7 x squareds. I'm going to end up with how many x squareds? That's right, I'm going to end up with negative 9 x squareds. Just a word of caution, terms that are not alike or don't have identical variables cannot be combined. For instance, negative 3x and 7y, their variables don't match, so I can't combine them. I have 4 m's trying to subtract 8 k's. An m and a k do not match, so I can't combine them. Even here I've got an a and no variable. They're not like terms and I can't combine them. Sometimes you'll get a combination of terms. Some of them will be like terms and some will not. For instance, here I've got 5k plus 3 plus another 7k's. You need to ask yourself, first of all, how many k's will we end up with? Yeah, we're going to end up with 12 k's. And what am I going to do with the plus 3 that I haven't used? Well, we're going to include it anyway, just to be nice. In my next example, I have 12 y's. I'm taking away 2 of those y's. And then I have a minus 8 that doesn't have a matching term. I'm going to combine my y terms, 12 minus 2 leaves me with 10 y's, and I still need to include the minus 8 that I haven't used so far. These are good examples to write down in your notebook, so pause the video and take a minute to write that down. We're going to practice just a little bit. First of all, here I have 6 m's and I'm adding 4 more m's. How many m's does that give me? 10 m's. What am I going to do with the adding 12 that I haven't combined with anything else? That's right, I'm going to include it and put it anyway. My next example, how many A's will I end up with in the end? Be careful. Remember, the sign in front of a number stays with that number. That means I'm subtracting 3 A's from whatever I originally had. 9 A's, taking away 3 A's, leaves me with 6 A's, and I'm going to include my minus 5 anyway. Next example, I have 2 R terms that can be combined. I started out with negative 2 R's, and I'm taking away 7 more R's. Same sign means I add the 2 coefficients together. 2 plus 7 gives me 9. My bigger number is negative, so I end up with negative 9 R's. And I'm going to include the minus 8 because it doesn't have a partner to be combined with. And finally, what happens if I have 5 ABs? Can it be combined with a 42? No, they're not like terms. But I do have another AB over on the right. How many ABs are right here? Just one. So I have 5 ABs. I'm adding one more AB term. So I have a total of 6 ABs. And what am I going to do with the plus 42? Oh yeah, I'm going to include it. Let's pause the video and see if you have any questions. We're going to take the time to ask some more questions. We're first going to get the clickers out and do some practice together. After our clickers, then we're going to have an assignment on practicing to combine like terms. Enjoy!